Hi. So this is probably the best game I've casted yet, and it is definitely the highest average MMR at 7.2k. It features some big names such as Cancel, Fucking Mad, and Badman, and you can expect a lot of big plays throughout. And most importantly, I actually do some decent play-by-play at times. So overall, I feel like I'm definitely improving, which has me super excited, and I hope you guys enjoy the cast. And we're in game. Alright. Now this game looks to be a hell of a treat. This is a 7.2 or 7.3 average MMR game, and yes, featuring a lot of prominent names that I'm sure you'll be able to notice from. Alright, maybe not. Maybe I lied. Anyway. I believe we have Cancel, we have Badman, we have, I believe this is Fucking Mad, and a few more names that I'll put in the description below. But suffice it to say, this is going to be a very high skill game. So to start it off, we have I believe it's going to be Ember mid lane, Spectre Bane bottom, and then Jungle Doom Slardar top, with a PL top, with a Venge, Phoenix offlane, Puck middle, Roaming Bounty. These are both pretty traditional lineups, nothing too exciting here. But I am, of course, really excited to see the high level of play that's hopefully going to get put out by these players. So what do we have for items here to keep track of? So we have Bane with 2 ops. He's seemingly slow to leave lane. Perhaps something happening in real life. He has all the obs right now, so nothing, no warding happening so far. And on the Dire, we have DJ with a ward and 2 sentries, and Bounty with the other ward. Let's see where they place them. A little bit of lag, shouldn't be too bad. So I should mention that I am still sick, and I will be having to step away from the mic every now and then. And it will probably affect my speech every now and then as well. Especially in like team fights, I might just like start hacking up and just have to step away, which will be really unfortunate, but it happens. Alright, so far I'm liking both of these observe wards. This is really unlikely to get dewarded unless they put the sentry here. So look for anything around there. And then a very standard ward for the Dire here as well. Keeping eyes on the Slardar when he goes back to farm the camp. I would have liked to have seen, honestly, this being blocked to limit the Doom and the Slardar potential in this lane to farm. And I'm not quite sure why they didn't, considering they don't have any Invis heroes, so these sentries are only going to be for dewarding or anything anyway. I do understand that the Radiant could have been set up here to potentially counter that movement, but now that he's passed both the sentries over to the Bounty Hunter, I think he'll be either going for a career snipe soon or doing something similar where he'll block the camps. He's not quite in range of the True Vision yet, but close. A little bit of action here on the mid lane. The Doom coming in. I'm not really sure what he's looking to do. Oh, they will be able to set up on this. And a few more auto attacks, but he does get the Fairy Fire off. The poor man shield helping a ton in this kind of situation, but it won't be enough. Cancel will get the first blood. And now Doom rotating in. He doesn't have Q for a while. And will he be able to run him down? He doesn't have. He has a boots, but no Orb of Venom or anything, so he won't be able to chase him down. He just keeps coming off cooldown. And an interesting note that he took W this early to try and get as much damage as possible. Level 1 Flame Guard just not doing much of anything. He really needs a level 2. He really needs his level 3. And that's almost going to be enough to kill him. One more. Damn. Puck really, not really, but definitely overstepping his bounds against a Doom laner a Doom with boots first. Mad will be. Oh, a nice salve. Oh, the mango for the last hit there. Nice stuff by Badman. But yeah. See, he cleared this. He got this camp, and now it's farmed again. They really should have sentryed this. I'm really not sure why they haven't done so. I feel like it's a pretty obvious play to make. And it would have really limited them. Mad knowing he can do this because he has the creeps here. I mean, just tactically suiciding to the neutral camps to get back to base faster. I like it. I like it. An underutilized thing in Dota for sure. Now we haven't talked too much, and I haven't kept this bar open, but we haven't talked too much about this bottom lane. So Phoenix definitely cannot trade hits with the Bane. He is way too strong for him to trade hits with. But he has got level 2. So he will be able to always have dive up. Yeah, you just can't trade hits. Bane is just, that's the strongest part of Bane as a hero. Just his level 1 fighting potential. He starts out with 58 base damage, and if you get a Fairy Fire like up to 60, plus Brain Sap, 70 mana spell with 140 pure HP swing, it's just, you cannot stand against it. Only like Lone Druid can fight him. That's it. No other hero can really fight him in a 1v1 scenario. And typically you'll see like Bounty Hunter like hitting supports and they have to run, and then he gets like 200 of damage or something in just for free because they can't trade efficiently, and they're getting slowed by Orb of Venom. Though with Bane, it's just like he just trade hits with you, and then Bounty's like, oh shit, I don't have enough regen for this, compared to the Bane, who probably has Tangos and Brain Sap. Looking onto mid lane here. A nice rotation by the Bounty, going for a kill on him, but he just 2 survival under his tower with Poor Man's Shield and Flame Guard. And Puck doesn't have level 6 yet. They do have a sentry ward here, so they will be watching him. And he knows that Bounty was walking top, so there's no way he'll get to the rune in time. He really would have liked to have that, but just not coming. Yeah, they won't. Could they have killed him? 150, 100, 250, he had about 375. It would have been a little scary, but they do have a ward here, so I don't know. I feel like they might have been able to go for that. It probably wouldn't have worked out, so it's better not to. But now Matt just kind of feeding away a free kill here. Just getting a little too confident with Doombringer in his lane. And the Fairy Fire will leave Venge alive here. Really nice Fairy Fire. Oh, let's see the gold swing here. 794 gold to the Venge. I'm assuming she got a last hit. Yeah, Venge is getting the last hit on the Doom. It's really big for her as a support. I know Phoenix will die into the bottom lane, but moving back to the mid lane here, Ember will go down, but first he will get the kill on cancel first. Getting the EXP is really big there. That puts Puck kind of behind on EXP. And look, Puck's not even level 6 yet. And this is the difference. That kill, that swing of EXP there, puts Ember almost at 6, and Puck not even close. And now all these ganks have like gone on to him middle, but he's still like pulling out sort of ahead. Like if we check net worth, he's ahead of Puck. And that's pretty much because he got the last hit earlier there, which is really important. And now he will just run at her, but with his, yeah, it was a good harass attempt, but there was no kill potential. Moving back to the bottom lane. So Phoenix did die just a minute ago. Do they do? No, they really can't kill. His dive just got cancelled. What the hell? Are you serious? There was no way that should have happened. That was actually absurd. That was such a huge misplay by the Phoenix to not wait out for the Sacred Blade. Or, sorry, Infernal Blade. I always call it Sacred, but that's just the exact opposite of what Doombringer is. And Ember picking it. They freshly placed sentry. I believe they must have like just game sense where he was walking to go for that. Really nice play by the Radiant here. Phoenix. A lot of harass going in. He doesn't have his Strangles for a while, so he won't be able to heal up from this. It's basically just permanent harass because he has no regen anymore. And that's really important. Like, what's Phoenix gonna do now? Because he's very threatened now that he's at this low HP against the nukes of Spectre and Bane. So let's see, 150 magic. And there we go. Now, I don't think they'll be able to get this kill, just because damn, I underestimated the damage. I thought one more auto attack would have kept him alive. It was the difference of like one auto attack, really. But yeah, nice kill coming out from the Radiant. The phase boot's kind of making all the difference there. I'm not sure if they had. I'm not sure if he had an earn charge to begin that with, because he had 2 after, but that could have just been from the kill itself. Because if you have 0 charges, then you get 2 from the first kill.
Radiant's top tower is under
Going to the
attack.
mid lane here. Ember, does he have a remnant up? He has no remnant up. He should be dead here. He does have enough mana now. That should be. He should be fine. There we go. Nice. I wasn't looking for the wand, but so I did not see that. But yeah, he would not have died there. Or should not have died there, regardless. Now getting turned on. Phoenix. Oh, they cancel the dive? They cancel the dive? That was a kill if they canceled the dive. Still might be. With the haste. But he does get the wand off. Blocking vision. Nice swap. I feel like he really should have gone for the Nightmare. I believe he had mana for both with his wand. And he will get turned on. Spectre TPing out preemptively. Really nice. He did not have vision of them walking down here. He just figured like, this is a bad position for me. I need to get out, and it was the right call. Now, where to look for this game? So the interesting thing about this game is that the Dire are gonna lack damage moving forward. Especially, I mean, mostly physical damage they're gonna lack. Does dodge the Q. Oh, actually didn't disjoin it. I thought it was close enough, but not quite. The projectile just went invisible, that's why I thought so. Batman. Getting a little bit overzealous here. Ooh, does she have just egg? No, she doesn't have egg yet. This is a really big deal. If she had egg going into this fight, that would have been huge. But yeah, Batman sitting here and then staying after I believe he saw a TP for like half a second instead of immediately running back. Just kind of overestimating himself. A rare misplay. Cancel will also be going down here. There's no way to get out.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Invisibility.
I believe there is some commotion upstairs. Oh,
Radiant's middle tower
Spirit.
is under
He should
attack.
not be dying here. He should be able to get a turnaround kill, honestly. Nice stuff. You can see the value this poor man shield has had this game. He's mitigated so much damage from it.
Dire's top tower
And
is under attack.
what I was saying earlier is that there's some commotion going on upstairs that hopefully I'm just gonna be able to edit out in post. Puck and the Venge smoked up here. They had the dagger vision on him. I'm not sure if they noticed, but if they had, then they'd know there's a smoke going on right now somewhere on the map. Getting some harassing to Phoenix. She still does not have her tranquils, and that's really surprising. Not having any regen here is pretty rough. And you can see he's just going to keep going in on this, because no regen means she's going to have to back now all the way to base. It's very inefficient for her. He can just pressure super hard here and like not be in any danger of dying. He's really kind of pushing it though. Against a bounty and everything. Well, bounty was actually showing bottom, so he knew there was no bounty, but yeah, really pushing his advantage and their inability to kill him, or abusing their inability to kill. Not enough damage to remove the guard, but oh, no blink daggers. He's really skirting the edge here of what he's capable. Nice dodge, nice dodge. That was huge, honestly, by Ember. Really high skill play. They won't be able to kill. Oh, nice canceling the. Oh wow! Because the PL actually can't TP into this, it's really bad for the Dire. Deny, deny, deny. Nope, no deny. They will get the Spectre kill off of this though. I don't think there's any way Spectre survives. They did land a Fire Spirit, so he won't have much of an auto attack, but he can't just run him down with the Flame Guard. And now Badman's walk all the way in from top lane, which is really inefficient for him, but hopefully he gets this big comp on the Ember to make it all worth it. Will he get it? Will he get it? One more. One lance. Oh, this is huge. Batman wasted so much time walking all the way from top lane to come here for this. And to have that kill denied, it really just... That was such a nice play by the Ember. It completely just, like... That was such an inefficient time span for Batman. Nice. Using the... Did he TP in again? He just TP'd in again. And now he's not getting anything out of this. Batman's the Radiant have wasted Batman's time so much so far this game, and it's really good for them because they do have the better late game. As long as it's like Batman doesn't get huge, and he's not getting huge if he's keep doing this. But now with this Vector feeding a kill, ooh, nice play by the Bane, but it won't be enough. He will just get brought down by the illusion spam. But they're all rotating in and out. This is so bad for the Dire. They don't have egg. They don't have anything from the Bounty because he's dead, and there's no Doom, but still, it should be enough with just the Curse Blade. Puck will get out. Nice dodge. The Quill really controlling up their options. Yeah, like look at the fight recap though. Damn. It's a testament how much that Spectre was worth though, because of like they still got 500 gold after all of their deaths from killing Spectre. Like think about that. They all lost gold on death. And they still made 500 off of one kill when the Radiant only made 1,000 off of 3 kills and Spectre losing gold. Now Puck in a very precarious position here. Only has 0.75 seconds of phase shift, but the Bounty will force the Ember to back off. Spectre go back onto cancel here. You should be able to get the kill. 2 seconds, 1 second. Just not quite enough. Nicely timed by the Spectre. Now he's getting gone. Man, Batman is rotating so much this game. He's really applying a ton of pressure. What a huge crush! Oh, that should be enough to get the kill on Batman. He has nothing for 9 seconds, 8 seconds, 7 seconds. The egg is just destroying them though. They're focusing so much on Batman, and they will pick him up. So it will all be worth it in the end. Still, no one except Spectre has fallen. She fell to the Phoenix. Excuse me. I'm sorry. These are perfect engagements. Well, almost perfect engagements by the Radiant. They're really like the rotations from everyone in this game are so on point, and they're really turning every fight again and again, back and forth. Now the Avenged pressuring bottom. She has no Vengeance Aura, so the creeps won't be doing that much, if anything. She's basically just a larger creep hitting this tower. And now she's basically just looking for the deny. There's no way she... Oh, wow, really? That seemed... I don't know about that. That was a free kill. Just being scared or something. Blink. Huge crush, canceling the Sunray. She has no dive, she has no egg. Phoenix is so dead. Now Puck, it does have 1 Q. What? Come on, come on. What? There's no way that Phoenix should live. That's ridiculous. One more auto attack, not quite enough. And Puck they do have vision on him. This should be a free kill onto the Bounty. They have no one really to cancel. Puck, really? Are you going to re-engage? Are you really going to re-engage here? I don't know, man. That seemed pretty questionable. Now the Batman's rotated in, though. They will get that pickup. Still. The Puck kind of actually baiting the Radiant in, and that was a really nice play. Yeah, that's not going to work with an illusion. Man, they played this really well. Will they pick up cancel? He will pick up cancel. Back up, back up, just back up, just back up. You have the ability to walk through trees. Nice. Nice play by the Spectre here. And look at the last hit totals for this game. Like 91, 83 for the two position ones. By 16 minutes, you generally see more, and that's like they're still keeping up with last hits really well, of course. But generally, at like this high level of the game, you will generally see more. But because of all the rotations and stuff, and because of all the time, and like also, it's really a testament to Batman. Batman just he has so many last hits for how inefficiently how efficiently the Radiant wasted his time. Because he walked, like remember all the time he walked and it was just denied or he didn't get the pickup. But he still has this many last hits after just walking around for so long, getting nothing out of it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
All the Radiant moving into the Dire here. But the Bounty Hunter's scouting them all out. Will they break that one smoke? Will they not?
Radiant's bottom tower
Should break it
is
now.
under attack.
Broken, broken. Dust, 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 dust. They have no dust. This is really poor for the Radiant. They should absolutely have dust in an engagement like this. They will catch the Phoenix before he gets eggs off, actually dooming to ensure that there's no egg. And that bad man getting gone on here. He does not have Doppel for another 2 seconds. He set onto the Ember, keeping him away from bad man. The Ven should just die here. There's no way they're keeping him alive. And in the back, they keep running down bad man, and they will catch him and finish him off. All the while, I think Puck had TP'd into the bottom lane like a while ago. You can see they're kind of mad at him. But he had TP'd in a while ago, so he couldn't come to that fight. And the Radiant, knowing that, I'm sure, really shows a very nice engagement there with all 5 to go in like that. When a Puck does not show up to a fight, it's disastrous because Puck does not scale at all well into the late game. I just banged my table like an idiot. My bad. But yeah, Puck does not scale at all well into the late game, and if Puck does not go into fights like that, which are under your tier 2, over to your tier 3, like, those are the best times for Puck to rotate in, and because they haven't done that, they're not getting much value out of this hero, and I really fear for their late game against this well-scaling lineup from the Radiant. Now the Flame Guard cancelled out a ton of damage here, and they will be able to turn on the bad man. He just chased a little too far. They do remove the ult from Slardar, and a nice swap. He still has a blink in a few seconds, though, and the Brain Sap will finish it off. Now going on to the Venge here, forfeit. It was a good attempt by the Venge to try and save bad man, but they just have so much mobility and catch, and I don't know if that's worth. Yeah, that's a feed. Like, it's a big kill. Honestly, no. Actually, that's worth it. This though, this is not worth it. This does nothing. But yeah, trading a bounty for a Ember, he probably, because the get the gold graph. Yeah, because the Radiant are so far ahead, that kill onto the Ember is worth so much more than a bounty onto 3 heroes with assist gold.
Dire's top tower
Like, this is an accurate representing the what the bounty got. Like, he got 450 gold from that. I don't know how much they got from purely the bounty kill, but the other 3 are throwing it off. But just the bounty for the Ember was definitely a really good trade. Of course, the Radiant do come out on top of that in that fight. And you can see the bad man's fallen off in last hit. Remember when, like 5 minutes ago when he had about the same? He has barely had, or not 5, maybe like 4 minutes ago. Regardless, though, you can see that he's barely gotten any last hits since then, and that's huge. Like, they've had to fight so much, and they've had such bad fights, in particular. He's taking, like, Ember's taking a lot of damage here, but he won't. Actually, it's not a flame guard. This is actually pretty big. He has to back up now. And where's all the Dire? They should all be collapsing here, but they have picked off Puck, and if Puck doesn't get all the spells off, I do still fear for the Dire here. I don't know, a full duration grip onto the bounty. He still will live though. I believe he got his mech off. Yeah, he got his mech off, so they will be able to turn this now. Going back onto the Radiant. Badman's running into the a nice swap onto the Bane, ensuring his death. And Badman looks from 1, or DJ looks from 1. Now the Radiant re-engaging the Spectre ultimate. Phoenix should be going down here. Just, oh my god, 5 seconds on his ult. Come on, really? He lives? Oh my goodness. That was so close on getting that Phoenix kill. And look, they're all so low. Batman's the only one with even like more than 50% HP. The rest are like super low. Phoenix will get the ult off, and they won't be able to kill it actually. That's huge. Now Spectre is going back. Batman getting doomed up. But look, he's looking to re-engage. And Phoenix diving out, turning. Puck coming back in with his ultimate that he never got to use in the first fight. And this fight's been going on for so long that Puck's had time to die, respawn, come from the tier 2 to get here, blink in, and cast his ult. That is like a 40-50 second fight, and it just keeps going. Spectre picked up the Radiant in between this fight, changing the whole scape of it because now they get to run down Batman and get a free kill. And they should be able to pick up the Phoenix here as well from on the Ember. There's no way the Phoenix gets out of this alive. Okay, the chain's killing him off there. Cancel? He has no TP. If they manage to find him. Oh, alright. Damn, that was a really long fight. They should be able to get this kill. Just 1 brain sap, dead. Mech actually changing it. And now they don't have the damage. One more. Steering chains. There we go. One more. Damn, just not quite enough. And now they're now getting turned on. Does he have a TP? He has no TP for 5 seconds. Oh, but a huge jump in by Slarder here, changing everything again. Back and forth and back and forth. It just never stops. Now they get 2 kills. I believe both of them were track as well. God, this game is crazy. And now Ember, finally building into his Battlefield. He should have it done in about, I believe, 500 gold. That's really close. And once he gets that, then Phantom Ledge is going to be really gimped in these fights, because he does have like an okay amount of health right here, like 1300 is pretty good. But when you start getting all that cleave, especially if they ever find the Slaughter ultimate on him after he's already double ganked off, and is not able to defuse himself, maybe due to a Doom or something like that, he's going to drop so quickly. Into the bottom lane here, they should be taking this for tier 1 tower pretty easily, but the Dire are already taking everyone in for this. They do. Oh no, they didn't. He's smoked. But if they saw that the Bane's not going to be here, it's going to be a 5v4 for the Dire, and this is a really unfavorable engagement. That's a huge Dream Coil onto 2. They do get the counter response onto the cancel, but he's already cast his ultimate. He's already done his job. Now Phoenix dies before getting the egg off, and that's really big. But Phoenix will buy back and TP in. Now Venge dying in the background. Where's Badman? Where's Badman? He's getting. Look how much HP he's lost just from December alone. I'm sure he's taking so much, and now Phoenix getting the egg off, and they're not focusing it. They're not focusing it, but they're just going out to Badman. One more second. Should get it off. Now run away. He can't make it, and it's looking to be very dire for the Dire here. Getting a full duration grip off onto this guy. He should die to this one brain sap. That's all he needs. Badman buying back, but this is a terrible back grip. What's he gonna do? Like, does he even TP? He TPs like to here or something? I don't know. Or did he try and TP out earlier? Either way, he bought back and he's not getting anything out of this. That's hurting his economy so much later on. Now he's re-engaging onto these targets. And now that Pugs and Vengeance respawn, it's a different fight entirely. Alright, Bane will get picked off here. He's staying just too long. Oh, wow. That's really bad for... Not enough. That's really bad for the Radiant. They had that tier 1 free and they could have just backed off. But they got greedy. And now they made Badman's buyback like somewhat worth it. He didn't get a lot of gold out of that, so I think he still like lost more in the end. Like, these 2 kills are worth a lot, but it's not counting his like how much he lost from buyback. He only made 361 from this too, but I'm sure he spent more than that on his buyback. Like, if you looked at buyback costs right now, buyback costs 850 gold. He lost so much because that was all of his reliable gold too. He made some of it back, but yeah, it's a huge loss definitely for the Radiant overall still, because they got that tower gold and because they got everything. If you look at the graphs right here, yeah, definitely it's still like going upwards. That little bit of overstaying their welcome cost them about like 1,500 gold or something, but overall still gain for the Radiant. And they're not the ones who should be leading right now. The Dire should be leading right now, because they're not leading. They're so much further behind, because like if both these teams are even in farm, I still favor the Radiant by a heavy margin, because they've got so much control and so much AoE and so much catch and sustained fighting power with these heroes. Like, all these heroes are low cooldown despite except for like Haunt and Doom. Like, everything else they can just keep fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They engage onto Starter here. You should be able to run it down though. I don't think they catch with anything except for like a committed Dream Coil. Alright, now a moment of pause for a while both teams kind of recollect, see where they want to go from here. It looks like they're going to want to be pressuring this tier 1. All the ultimates online for the Radiant though, as well as the Dire. Just going to be looking to get some chip damage. Should cancel this out. Ember's getting gone on the top here. Doesn't see anything. Oh, that was a questionable wave of terror for sure. Like, let's say Puck initiates instead, right? Let's say Puck gets a Waning Rift off, silences him for 3 seconds. Does he have any way to remove that? He does not. So he gets a 3-second silence off. Then they get the coil down. Then they swap him out of the coil to break it. Then they get all the damage laying into him in between that. Let's say he didn't even get his Flame Guard off. Like, he very well might have, but let's say he didn't, right? They probably could have picked up that kill with like all the heroes in the area like that, and like 5 seconds or more of disable time. Easily, they could have like potentially picked up that kill, and all of that wasted because she wave terrored first to do absolutely nothing.
Dire's structures
But in the meantime, while they were going for the Radiant, the Ember top, they do pick up the Roche. It's a pretty big Roche. Now onto the mid lane here. He will clear all these illusions with a Sleight of Fist, and they do find Badman. He has no way to remove Fixa for his own Purge Blade. He will do exactly that now. Spectre going onto him, but they cancel the coil. He has the Roche though, so he will respawn now. And this is looking really, really bad for the Dire. Look how low everyone is. Badman's super low. He can't re-engage. Puck is low. Bounty's low. They're all low, and now they're gonna push tier 2 and probably tier 3 as well. They do not have buyback on Phoenix either. She has enough gold, but she's already used it. And if they know that on this 30-second respawn time, by the time they finish this, they should be able to take high ground. Because they're all so healthy still on like Radiant. They don't have ultimate, but they do still have Doom, and that's really big. And they have Greaves too. They have so much sustain. They can just keep going. I'm surprised they aren't, honestly, but they are looking for the easier fight on the tier 2. I honestly would have liked them to go mid lane though, because without Coil and without Phoenix and with absolutely no way of buying back, they really probably could have got, I believe, perhaps if not the whole tier 3, then like 1,000 something damage. And although this is better like tactical decision, 1,000 HP or whatever, like 1,300 HP on this should not be overstated. Understated. Spectre removing it with the... Oh, actually... Oh, the Lotus Orb removed the slow from the Diffusal Blade. Okay. Now engaging in. They're all clumped up. Look how clumped up the Dire is right now. And the Radiant are just going to collapse on top of them. And this egg is huge, and they're gonna... But they will be able to bring it down the egg. And if the egg dies here, it's really, really bad for their Dire. And now look, they're just taking so much spread AoE damage that they just keep falling. And then when they're all grouped up like that, it's just so easy for the Radiant to take fights onto them like this. Now Batman will be falling here. Oh, 10 HP, 10 HP. Jumping forward by the Ember. Wow, nice wand. Keeping him alive and healthy, but they just can keep going. They're all so low cooldown, and he does actually manage to get out here. Wow, that was huge play by Badman, getting out with 10 HP. Bane will pick up the puck in the background. See, look at this. Like I believe, like Spectre has the right idea here. They absolutely should be going for this instead. He can just boot BOT in after he kills us, I suppose, but they should definitely just have all run here immediately and start taking this. And if they had had some damage on this earlier, they would have it dead by now. I do believe this will get it for free though, once Ever starts rotating in here and applying his damage. Excuse me. And I'm back. Alright. Badman's really low right now. They have to be a little careful. He only has 700 HP. That's not a lot. He also sold his wand, so he has no way of getting his HP back except for the mech or Guardian Greaves by Bounty. They will decide to disengage here, though, from the Radiant. Nice, safe, and calculated play. In a patch like this, with all the rubber band mechanics, where you can just throw away one kill and it's worth like 3,000 gold, safe play is definitely better. So I can appreciate it. They also get this free D-ward here. They're really gonna go and engage. He's already used his doppelganger. This is huge. Now, cancel onto the cancel by the coil there. They get the Phoenix ultimate off. Badman's chasing down the Doom. He has 7 seconds on Doom. Badman though getting controlled up by these starter crush onto everything. They're all alive right now. Spectre's still gonna live. Getting another to cancel. Bench TPing out. And I really need to practice on my play-by-play. Like I was doing okay earlier, but that was a very disappointing play-by-play by me. I apologize. But anyway, it's looking like the Dire will be able to take it here into the late game. I really favor the draft moving forward, and getting a comeback by the Dire here is going to be very, very difficult with no heroes alive, especially. So let's look at what the... I'm pretty sure this game's over. So let's look at what the Radiant did this game that really mitigated the Dire moving forward into the mid game and such. So bottom lane was the Spectre and Bane versus the... looking for another fight here, but they will cancel out. He has no... He's just kind of diving for fun here at the end. A little bit of harassed by this puck here, but it's not going to do much considering. Oh, does he get up? Nope, just delaying the inevitable. Yeah, I think it's safe to say the Dire have given up hope for this game, but you can't blame them. They're very behind on a lineup that does not do better late game against natural counters like Ember. So I was gonna go back into like how each lane panned out, but I think what's more important is how I think a few times, I can only remember the one time in particular, but Cancel didn't come to that fight mid lane right around here. Should I be watching this, shouldn't I? But anyway, he didn't come to the fight here because he had TP'd here previously and just kind of pushed the lane bottom. So at that point, I think it was right around then that was like the Dire definitely weren't out at that point because you can always come back in this kind of a patch. But when Cancel wasn't able to come back into the mid lane there, the Radiant got a favorable engage on 5v4 and it went really well for them. It just it was sort of the turning point where the Radiant advantage went from like manageable to still kind of manageable, but like really like pushing the Dire, like really gonna push the Dire to make a big play, or the Radiant to like really mess up to throw the game back into a position where Dire could take it. So that was definitely a big fight for how for the whole game in terms of like painting a picture. And then there was also the moments where Badman his TP got cancelled by the Devour, and that wasted so much of his time, and that's probably like 3 minutes of farming time, and you saw it in his last hits. He just didn't get anything. So with all of the time being wasted on the one hero that needs the most farm in the game for either team, it really was a nice play by the Radiant to make sure that the Dire didn't find anything out of their rotations. And overall, I think both teams rotated really well, and it was a pretty good game overall. So that's going to be it for this cast. I had a lot of fun, and GG guys.